Well, as you just witnessed, birth of Jesus Christ is celebrated across the globe and here at home as well. And we at Newsfirst would like to wish all our viewers a very Merry Christmas. I'm Arundhati Mudanayaka and welcome to Primetime News coming to you live from our Newsfirst Christmas Centre at Echelon Square. And as always, let's start off with a look at the stories making headlines this evening.
Pope Francis calls on the world population to live a life of simplicity. Rain ceases in the north and east, locals head from shelters to home. Dispute between warring factions results in quadruple homicide in Tangol. Terminated licenses used to fill paddy lands in Anuradhapura. Sri Lanka to take on New Zealand in second test tomorrow.
And now the stories in detail. Pope Francis led the world's Roman Catholics into Christmas, urging people in the developed world to seek a simpler, less materialistic life and condemning the yawning gap between the rich and the poor. Christians in Sri Lanka and the world over partook in the Christmas Mass last evening. The main Christmas service was held at the Payagala St. Joseph's Church under the patronage of His Eminence Archbishop Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit.
A large number of devotees attended the service at the St. Joseph's Cathedral. Blessings were also invoked on devotees in attendance. The St. Andrew's Avellino Cathedral in Kadawatha had its Christmas Mass televised live on Sirasa TV, Shakti TV, TV1 and Sirasa FM. The service was conducted by the Reverend DJ Anthony.
President Maithripala Sirisena, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa issued special messages in view of Christmas today.
The President in his message says today can be considered the dawn of a new era of hope where all the people all around the world fulfill their aspirations. The President adds, may the spirit of Christmas reach each home across the island and the preachings of Jesus Christ be adhered to in order to create a peaceful society. Issuing his Christmas message, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says the people should celebrate this Christmas as Sri Lankans together as one, undivided by religion, culture or creed. He also says Christmas is a time to reflect on the past and work towards a brighter future, and added that may the peace and joy of the birth of Christ brought be celebrated by all. Opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa also issued a Christmas message. In it he says there is no better time to follow the supreme teachings of Jesus Christ and that all citizens should act honestly and spread peace and love to their fellow humans.
Some say that if you have money, every day will be Christmas for you. Christmas is not about the happiness you gain through materialistic things. Christmas is about being caring and loving towards those who face difficulties. Take this opportunity to make children and everyone else happy. I wish you a Merry Christmas. God bless you.
The joy of Christmas is to know that this God who came to be part and parcel of our lives is with us and within us. Whatever our circumstances in life may be, we know He is seated on the throne of our hearts and reigning over every situation that we are faced with. With that message, I believe that we can continue to hope in Christ, facing all challenges that the future 2019 and beyond may offer us. God bless Sri Lanka. God bless our nation.
The Newsfirst Splash Sale 2018 took place for the 5th consecutive day at the Kandy City Centre, taking the spirit of Christmas to the hill country.
The Splash Sale 2018 was open to the public from 9 AM to 9 PM. The public had the opportunity to shop for New Year's necessities including clothing, utensils and multiple other items. The Enjoy group led by Nalinda Ranasinghe lit up the stage today. The sale, which began on the 21st of December, will come to an end tomorrow.
Radu rata kaju sudu rata kaju ekata uyala Radu citta nijati engka umak mahala Samare ayya ke sarame samare ke vila.
President's Media Unit said that a decision has been taken to provide a compensation of 10,000 rupees as an initial payment to repair the houses that were damaged in the north and east, while a maximum of 250,000 will be provided after the damages have been estimated. The release further reads that a compensation of 40,000 rupees would be provided for an acre of destroyed paddy land. Let's now cross over to Newsfirst Azra Assam for the latest weather update. Azra?
A very good evening to all our viewers and welcome to Weather First. You're with me, Azra San. Now, according to the Department of Meteorology, the heavy showers experienced in the northern and the eastern provinces of the country has been decreasing. Now, if we take a look at the weather forecast for the next few days, showers of about 100 millimeters can be expected in the central, also in the Sabaragamu provinces. Also, in most places in the western and the southern provinces, showers of about 50 millimeters can be expected. And the Met Department forecast temporary strong winds during this weather condition. The coastal line starting from Batiklo to Mena via Trincomalee and Kankasanture will also experience heavy showers. Now, what is it like in the northern province? How has the people in the area have been coping up with the prevailing weather condition? Let's take a look.
The Disaster Management Centre stated that the situation in Vaunia and Mena districts are slowly returning to normalcy. As of this afternoon, affected residents were returning to their homes after the waters had subsided. Our reporters further added that many camps in affected areas are slowly being removed. The welfare centres in Ponnagar, Anandapuram, Ratipuram, Pannamankadi and Bharatipuram are still open.
Even though we voted for the TNA, none of them came to visit us. Others came and looked into our situation.
A fair weather condition was also seen in the Mullaitivu district. However, all those in camps continue to remain in such camps. We can't go to our houses even if the waters subside, as they are destroyed. The Disaster Management Centre stated that estimates for houses damaged by the weather will be carried out next week. All state officials, including the Tri-Forces and the police, have been mobilized on the orders of the President to provide relief to the people. The DMC further elaborated that a sum of 25.2 million rupees will be given to provide relief to the people. Meanwhile, MP Nama Rajapaksa led a group to Kilinochchi, where they inspected a few temporary camps in Bharatipuram.
මේ කටයුතු දැනට රජයේ මැදිහත් වීමෙන් අතිගරු ජනාධිපතිතුමාගේ නායකත්වය හා මෙහෙයවීමෙන්
Things are happening with the intervention of the government thanks to the actions of the President and the Prime Minister, among others. All monies have been made available to the DMC. All state officials, including district judges and also the DMC, have been taken too.
තාවකාලිකව මාසයකට දෙකකට කල් දාන්න කියලා ඔවුන්ගේ ජීවන උපාය නැවත පටන් අරගෙන ඒ කාර්ය කරලා.
4 individuals were killed in a shooting incident that took place at the Kudawala Fisheries Harbour in Tangol. Police media spokesperson S.P. Ruwan Gunasekara stated that 2 individuals who had arrived in a motorbike had carried out the shooting. Another 8 individuals sustained injuries from the incident.
The shooting took place around 7:20 this morning. Our correspondent said the shooting had taken place while the group of fishermen were unloading fish from a fishing vessel named Kalani Kudawalla. Several individuals who had come to purchase fish were also present when the shooting took place. According to the police media spokesperson, the 2 suspects wore face masks and had used a T-56 fire gun and a rifle to kill the fishermen. It is suspected that the shooting had taken place due to a dispute between the 2 groups of fishermen. I didn't even move. About 4 people fell to the ground, and then they started shooting those around the area. They had machine guns similar to those owned by the police. They had a black bag as well. Among the 4 individuals who were killed were 3 fishermen named J.M. Samira, Shasik Tiwanka and Latish Udayakumara. The 4th victim was a 40-year-old individual named Sandhu Chanaka, a resident of the Ahungammana area in Delgoda who had come to buy fish. Police media spokesperson SP Ruwan Gunasekara said that further investigations are being carried out under the direct supervision of the senior DIG in charge of the Southern Province and the DIG in charge of Tangol.
තුවාලකරුවන් 8 දෙනාගෙන් 7 දෙනෙක් තංගල්ල රෝහලේත් ඒ වගේම තවත් එක් තුවාලකරුවෙක්
7 of the 8 injured are receiving treatment at the Tangol General Hospital, while one individual has been admitted to the Mathura General Hospital for treatment. We have already started to investigate the CCTV footage and obtain reports of the phone conversations. 11 teams have already been dispatched, and based on information received, we suspect that the shooting had taken place due to a dispute between two groups, and the shooters were given a contract for this.
ආරවුලක් හේතුවෙන් මෙම වෙඩි තැබීමේ කොන්ත්‍රාත්තුව ලබා දෙන්නට ඇති බවට විමර්ශනයේදී සැක කරනවා.
An organized criminal identified as Kaldemulla Gayan was arrested in Ratmalana by the police special task force. A senior ranked officer said the suspect is wanted for 5 separate homicides and is a key player in the criminal gang led by Angulane Rohan. The suspect was handed over to the Organized Crimes Division for further investigations.
Well, as you can see, many people are visiting the Newsfirst Christmas Centre here at Echelon Square despite the rainy weather condition experienced here in Colombo. Let's now move on to Action TV. The officer who is serving as the legal assistant at the Agrarian Development Department in Anuradhapura had to arrive at the office of the Director General of Department of Agrarian Development in Colombo due to numerous decisions made by the Acting Assistant Commissioner of the Anuradhapura District Agrarian Development Department. The unanimous decision was to transfer the legal assistant to the Agrarian Development Centre in Swastipura. She was transferred on the 25th November following a revelation made by Action TV, even when there are no positions named legal assistants at Agrarian Development Centres. Action TV revealed that the licenses issued deviating from the due procedure by the Commissioner General of the Agrarian Development Department to fill paddy lands in Anuradhapura until the 23rd of February 2017 was still in effect. The President Secretary removed the Commissioner General at the time on the 23rd of February 2017 as he had allegedly provided illegal licenses to fill 800 paddy lands in the country. President Secretary instructed to cancel the 800 licenses issued by the Commissioner General following his removal from the position. It was this legal assistant who intervened to a certain extent when the instructions given by the President Secretary were followed in Anuradhapura. The Commissioner General, who was removed from his position, will have to be present before the Court of Appeal for an appeal filed by the Secretary to the President following a case filed by the legal assistant against a paddy land in Anuradhapura. Court of Appeal Judge Preeti Padmansurasena ordered to lodge a complaint at the Bribery Commission against the Commissioner General of the Department on the 19th of July as it was confirmed that the conduct of the said Commissioner General is fraudulent. Following the order, the legal assistant lodged a complaint at the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption. The transfer decided by the Acting Assistant Commissioner General of the Anuradhapura District following the Action TV expose on the 25th of November was cancelled by the Commissioner General of Agrarian Development Department on the 5th of this month. On the 5th of November, Action TV inquired from the Commissioner General of Agrarian Development Department about the illegal licenses that are still valid in the Anuradhapura District.
මම කමිෂන් ජනරල් වුණාට පස්සේ මම දීලාම නැහැ. ඒක මම බයයි.
ඔය මම කියන්නේ දැන් හිටපු කමිෂන් ජනරල්ට දුන්නලු එතුමා යන්න කලින් දවසේ ඩේට් එක දාලා දුන්නා කියලා ඇමතුමා කිව්වා. ඇමතුමා කිව්වා.
මම පරීක්ෂා කරලා බලන්න ඕනේ ඒක කියන එකට මට උත්තර දෙන්න.
I can't provide answers because I'm a state sector employee. I have to check and then answer. I first have to get it confirmed because you are saying it to the entire country.
කවුරු හරි කියනවා ඉස්සලා දවස් වල මේක තහවුරු කරගන්න ඕගොල්ලෝ කටටමනේ කියන්නේ.
ඔව්.
It is confirmed today that the paddy lands in Anuradhapura are being filled using these illegally issued licenses. This is a portion of a land in Swastipura that is being filled using the illegal licenses, assuring that these are not paddy lands issued by the former Commissioner General. A private tuition class teacher has taken steps to fill a 16-acre land in 2nd Mile Post in Anuradhapura along the Kurunagala Road. On whose insistences are these paddy lands being filled when an Assistant Commissioner General has not been appointed? Secretary to the Minister of Agriculture, for your attention. The Organization to Protect the Rights of Prisoners claims a food scam is taking place across several prisons, including the Colombo Remand Prison.
Information at hand claims over 5,000 kilograms of rice is being held at the Colombo Remand Prison and they are being sold off illegally. More than half of the inmates get their meals from home. The prison authorities procure food stocks for the entire number of inmates and then sell off the excess or take them to their own homes. As a result of this situation, inmates are not being provided with proper meals. The process to procure for prison inmates is done via a tender process and its quality needs to be inspected. The prisons department refuted the allegations that are being made. There cannot be any shortage of food as it is provided as per the prisons ordinance and regulations of the Department of Prisons. The process is monitored by local and international organizations. If there is any report of corruption, it will be investigated and no such complaint has been made so far. However, a spokesperson for the Ministry of Prisons said it had received a number of similar complaints and the incidents have been taking place over a period of time. Prisons intelligence has been tipped to inquire and report on such incidents.
Also in local news, police opened fire at a lorry illegally transporting cattle in Tihagoda, Matara.
Police media spokesperson SP Gunasekara said law enforcement was tipped off of the illegal cargo and measures were taken to deploy a roadblock to apprehend the suspects. However, as the driver of the lorry did not comply with the order to stop, police opened fire at the fuel tank of the lorry. Police said once the lorry ran out of fuel, the suspects had abandoned the lorry and had fled. Police have taken into their custody the lorry and 14 cattle transported illegally, and investigations are underway to locate and apprehend the suspects.
Namal Kumar, the operations director of the anti-corruption force, convened a media briefing today.
මම දැක්කා වෙබ්සයිට් එකක ගහලා තියෙනවා ඝාතන කුමන්ත්‍රණය බූමරංගයක් වෙයි. නාමල් කුමාර ආරක්ෂක ප්‍රධානියෙකු ඝාතනය කිරීමට
I saw on a website that this assassination plot was a lie, that Namal Kumara had recommended the attack on a leader in the defense arena. There was a recording like this and I have already handed it over to the CID. This information has leaked 2 days ago. Then it is very clear that someone in this team is leaking information. I plan to make a secret statement to the Honorable Court, especially about 4 points. I can prove even now that the investigators are attempting to sweep this revelation under the carpet.
හෙළිදරව්ව යට ගහන්න විමර්ශකයෝ විසින් පැහැදිලිවම කුමන්ත්‍රණයක් දියත් කරනවා කියන එක මට සාක්ෂි සහිතව ඔප්පු කර ගැනීමේ හැකියාව තියෙනවා මේ දැන් උනත්.
An individual was arrested near the Navaloka Gardens in Paliagoda for possession of 500 grams of a drug known as ice.
According to the police media spokesperson SP Gunasekara, the suspect taken in custody last evening was a 40-year-old resident of Wattala. The stocks of drugs were found when the police had inspected the vehicle which was used by the suspect. Following the police interrogation, the arrested suspect had revealed information regarding another suspect who was to purchase drugs from him. Subsequently, the second suspect and 7 grams and 980 milligrams of heroin, which was in his possession, were taken into custody.
The founder of Pragna Pradeep Initiative, Jayant De Silva, was presented with an honorary award today.
The Swarnabim Honorary Award is presented by the Anagarika Dharmapala Foundation to local and foreign individuals who engage in outstanding service towards society and Buddha Sasana. 60 individuals were awarded in accordance with the 48th anniversary of the foundation. The event was held at the Homagama Raja Mahaviharaya, and the founder of Pragna Pradeepa, Jayanta De Silva, was presented with the honorary award.
Today, everyone remembers Anagarika Dharmapala as someone who rendered a great service to the religion and the culture. Schools like Ananda and Nalanda colleges were created because of this foundation. Anagarika Dharmapala was a great leader like that. His organizations had rendered a great service to the culture and religion.
කාටත් අමතක නොවන ලොකු වැඩ කොටසක් කරා. ඒතුමාගේ සංවිධානයේ නැත්නම් ඒතුමාගේ පදනම නිසා තමයි අද අපේ රටේ හුඟක්ම දේවල් නොයෙකුත් දේවල් අද ස්ථීර වශයෙන්ම ජාතිය සිංහ
Sports First Allianz Platinum Awards 2018.
When I used to do sports, my biggest dream was to compete at the Olympics. I made that dream come true. Current athletes should also have such dreams. The Platinum Awards contribute massively to this dream. I am Nimmi De Soisa.
Sports First Allianz Platinum Awards 2018.
Moving on to sports news now. Speaking on the second test as Christchurch tomorrow, Sri Lanka's Niroshan Dikwala said that the team is at an advantage as both Angelo Matthews and Kusal Mendis are in form.
I think it's going to be a grass wicket here. It was a flat wicket there in Wellington. I think our batters, Angelo Matthews, is in a really good form at the moment, and Kusal Mendis is doing a great job. Demoth and the others will chip in as well. Not in like in subcontinent, we have to bowl Fuller here, so they are working on that. They'll do a good job.
According to critics, Dushmantha Chamira will have a chance in replacing Kasun Rajitha, who played the opening test. Meanwhile, the New Zealand camp seemed to play the same outfit. Out of 33 encounters between the two countries, Sri Lanka have won 8 and New Zealand 14 matches, with 11 games ending in a draw. In the previous encounter at Christchurch in 2014, the Black Caps recorded an 8-wicket win. However, Sri Lankan opener Dimuth Karunaratne scored a massive 152 in the second innings. Tomorrow's test will begin at 3:30 in the morning.
And with that, we wrap up tonight's edition of Primetime News. We here at News First would like to wish our viewers a very Merry Christmas. Good night.